we'll go over to Teresa Walker with the Associated Press.
Tom, the Pro Football Hall of Fame announcement is going to be coming Saturday night. Peyton is kind of expected to be in that class as a first ballot. How has he helped maybe revolutionize the quarterback position in the NFL?
Well, Peyton was someone that I always just admired as a quarterback, as the leader of a team. And Peyton and I are right around the same age. He's a few years older than me, but I always looked up to Peyton because he was a little older than me, and he was always doing things the right way. His team was always in it. I know our teams had a rivalry against one another, but when you went against a Peyton Manning-led team, you were going against essentially the other best team in the league. And it's no real surprise that, he'd be a first ballot Hall of Famer. An amazing player. He took so much on. I think like any great quarterback, there's a lot of responsibility that you take on. You want to make sure, everything's a reflection of how you see the game, and you want to make sure everyone's on the same page. And when everyone's seeing it through the same set of eyes, it's a great way to play football. And, working with the coaching staff, because ultimately you're the player on the field, there's no perfect play that can always be called for every, defense, and the quarterback, they have to, the coaches have to trust the quarterback to get it right. And I think a guy like Peyton, the coaches, when I think of Coach Moore and Coach Clyde that were here working with Peyton, Coach Dungy, they had so much trust in Peyton to get things right. And he always did. So then he went on to Denver, had a great career there. And, I had a chance to know him for, a long time, 20 plus years. And nothing surprises me about him and his accomplishments. He's a tremendous player. We always keep in touch. He's always wishing me well wishes and so forth. And, really happy for him.
Back on the Peyton thing, if you were asked to give a short story about him, let's say at his induction, what would that be? And also with the rivalry with Eli, can you differentiate the rivalry with Peyton? Does one rank higher than the other?
Yeah, well, obviously the Colts were in the division. I played against them, Peyton a lot. It seemed like they were in our division. They were when I first started in the league. And then they moved to the South, out of the East into the South when Houston came into the league. But, and then Eli playing in the NFC East, we didn't get to play those guys. We played them every preseason. So we had a lot of great games. Unfortunately, didn't always do our best against that team. Played always a little bit better against the Colts than the Giants. But, both, it's really amazing what Peyton and Eli did in the NFL, and Archie, to have three pro quarterbacks who were as tremendous players, leaders, high achievers that they were, says a lot about their family. So I always just had great respect for all of them. They were great competitors, great leaders, and happy Peyton's got another amazing accomplishment in his career. And respect Peyton for being the number one overall pick, really living up to the standard of a number one pick on and off the field. And he always seemed to do things the right way. And he would, there was always a story that when I first played them, it was my first start. I went out early, and I went up to Peyton, and I had never really talked to him. And I said, "Hey, Peyton, I'm Tom Brady here." I think I walked over. He says, "Hey, what's up, Tom?" And that kind of, blew me away that he knew who I was, which was pretty cool. And again, been friends ever since.